what comes next for Crypto.com Crowcoin? We're going to be talking about this because we got to figure out what's actually happening here. Are we going to see a continuation of the upside, or are we going to see an actual further breakdown? So without further ado, welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Anything I say in this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into it. All right, guys, I want to start off with this post I made on Twitter. Follow me at 3the3 Blacksea. I say a bounce for Crow is expected. If you guys have been watching for the past week or so, I've been saying, I expect probably a little bit of a bounce here. We are starting to see that. Now, the real question is, do we see further continuation? I say for a reversal, however, I need to see closure above 15 cents before I start getting excited. And I do mean that. Really, we started to bottom out below 12 cents, and we started to treat 12 cents as support, and I expected a further bounce to the upside. Now, the real question is, do we find ourselves coming above 15 cents or rejecting off of it? Because that's a very, very important price level here, guys, because if we don't close above 15 cents here, then any price level in this area, unfortunately, just becomes a lower high. And then I really do believe that we'll see further continuation to the downside. And I do believe that if we put in another lower high here, then we most likely will fulfill this wick down here at about 0.0940 cents for Crowcoin. I have my shorts open still. I'm prepared to get stopped out. in the profit, that is. Have to clarify that. Can't let the haters know that I'm losing, right? I'm not losing this trade. It's just and I do want to say, it's just a high leverage scalp. This is not a large trade at all. It's pretty, really just, I don't want to say just for fun. Like, it's $1,000 in the profit on some of my shorts, and I'm going to be trying to take that profit and accumulate more Bitcoin with it. But I know I see some people out there saying, Blacksea, you only show the winners. You only show the winners. And I've showed some of my losers too, right? But usually the losers aren't open this long. They get invalidated in a snap of a finger. And you go, okay, well, I made a little percentage loss. I got stopped out on my levels. And now I'm going to look for the next one, right? But as of right now, my shorts are still in the profit here. My Crowcoin short is like $600 in the profit, up about 350%. And, I do think that this bounce could play out. We could get to 15 cents. I just really need to see us close above 15 cents. And if you look at market cipher as well, you have a green dot in volume, green dot on the momentum wave. We've been looking for this, but the money flow is still really, really thick in the red. And I personally believe that the money flow is like the determining factor of where the price is going to shift towards. And when the money flow is really in the red and you see like green dots, like, yeah, you can get bounces, but probably not like a massive reversal until you start to see the money flow start to clip to the downside, I should say to the upside, and move into the green, from the red to the green, before you start actually talking about reversals. Now, if you guys do want to trade with me, feel free to check out in the pinned comment section or description box below. Sign up to Blowfin, get a 10% trade rebate and a $5,000 sign-in bonus, guys. Take advantage of all the affiliate links down below. It really helps with this channel. There's a lot of lucrative bonuses for you, so it's a win-win for everybody, so check them out. Now, Cronos right now is at rank 28. We've fallen a little bit. We were at 26 a couple days ago. We're in like a little bit of a weird area right now. The Dino coins are running. That's what people are saying. The Dino coins are making big moves, and the Dino coins are like, the coins from like 2017, like Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, even Monero's running a little bit. Zcash is what everyone's freaking out about because it made an absolutely massive run up to the upside because it's like all about the privacy. Yeah, it's funny. It takes the stock market selling off a little bit to see a little mini altcoin season, but I don't even want to say, let me reverse that. We're not saying that word because it's not here, and I'm worried about people getting trapped. We need to see some big changes before I start to flip really bullish. So, like I said, with Cronos specifically, we got to get back above 15 cents. We're sitting at a $4.72 billion market cap. And sitting at 36.1 billion Crow, 1.21 billion Crow coins added circulating supply month over month, increased dilution. Just important to be thinking about them when we're thinking about these dollar price targets, because maybe we do see a bullish Q4. Maybe we do flip into a very bullish November and December, and that'd be very, very good, obviously, for Cronos, for the bulls. And guys, let me be completely blunt with you. I hold a few 100,000 Crowcoin on spot, but but I also trade it, right? I also trade a high leverage scalp, and when the chart's presented, I will go heavy on a short or heavy on a long. And I just want to put that out there just so you guys know I'm not biased to the downside, because my short position is very tiny. It's very, very tiny in the grand scheme of things. But if we want to see a dollar crow coin, we got to see the liquidity come like really soon rather than later, because of the circulating supply is going to be diluted more and more when we see these. Once 100 billion crow is in the circulating supply, it will take much more liquidity to get us to that dollar, right? So just keep that in mind. Now, like I said, we're catching a little bit of a bid today, but don't let this fool you just yet. I'm going to make another video later about my overall thoughts on Bitcoin and is this a trap or not. But all in all, just keep in mind, look at Bitcoin dominance. It's still very high. It's at like 61.5% when you're excluding stablecoins. And Ethereum is still weak. It's still weak, and you need to see Ethereum be rallying significantly above 4,000 and even above 5,000, in my opinion, to see crow coins start to make big, big moves, like to those 50 cents, 80 cents, $1 price levels. So, we're not out of the woods yet, but we're getting a little bit of a bullish bounce potentially. You know, you look at Bitcoin as well on Market Cypher. You have a green down volume on the daily time frame. I like to see that. The RSIs look like they're pointing to the upside, like they're trying to get a little bit of a bounce, and that's great. I hope that plays out, but we have a lot of work to do. We got to break back above 110,000. We got to break back above the 200-day simple moving average right here, that line, before I even start to say, like, all right, we're going to be setting up for further continuation of the upside. You guys know I've been so adamant about, we got the rejection off 116,000, and I said, you know, when we were holding on the 200-day moving average, I said, we got to hold above it, otherwise I'm going to flip a little bit bearish, and we didn't hold it, so I'm flipping a little bit bearish now. So that's just my overall thoughts on this market right now, guys, and I think that crow coin and altcoins could catch a little bit of a bid here. I do think that could play out, but it's definitely too soon to say. We're still, I hate being a fence sitter, but it's too soon to say we're in a bear market. It's too soon to say if we're still in the bull market, right? And you're going to have to see this price action play out for probably the rest of the year before you know if we are actually in like a year-long bear market plus, or if we are going to see the 4-year cycle broken and that we're in a super cycle. So you're going to have to wait a little bit of time here until probably the end of 2025, which is really creeping up on us. I mean, there's only like 2 months left, right? But that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Check out all the awesome affiliate links down below if you want to trade or get some sweet deals. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.